Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your 2019 astrology forecast. My name's Donna Page. Thank you for joining me. Okay, Gemini. The main points for this year are going to be the eclipses. They are extra important this year because the eclipses are happening where Saturn and Pluto are coming up to conjoin. The Neptune-Jupiter square, that is another point. The Mercury retrogrades, which of course is very important for you because Mercury is your ruling planet. Then Uranus shifting back into Taurus is another major signification. And then Chiron going into Aries, and that the nodes of the moon are at these very critical points, vibrating with Saturn and Pluto. So let's start at the beginning. What's this all mean for you? The eclipses have shifted into your money houses. They're more than that, but generally known as the financial houses. The eclipse on January 6th is at 15 degrees of Capricorn. It's the same day that Uranus goes direct in Aries, which we have 2 months of all the planets moving direct. Very powerful time to get things done. Could be a little bit scattered, trying to do so much. And January 6th, Venus will be at her longest elongation, which means she's farthest from the sun and very bright. And she is a morning star, which means Venus is what we want, what we desire, what we love. Go after what we love, basically. That's until she goes invisible in the summer, then comes out as an evening star in September. Okay. The eclipse patterns. Your 8th house, 2nd house. House of other people's money, other people's resources. It's also where Jupiter, it's also where Jupiter will be in 2020, and also where Saturn and Pluto are, and will be making their conjunction of a new start. So connecting with other people in a deep way is spot on. It's also one of the, you want to call it an intuitive house. They call it a house of sex, death, and taxes, so you don't want to mess with, the government and keep an eye on your credit card. That's the mundane stuff. But what is it that you want? How much and where also can you form new beginnings with other people of like merging your resources together, knowledge, information, whatever. Now, in April, we have 3 planets moving retrograde. Well, the first one that goes retrograde is Mercury, your ruling planet, in Pisces. They will be going retrograde, meaning the Mercury retrogrades this year are mostly in water signs. They will be going retrograde in your houses, part of your chart that deals with your work and your finances, okay? So the first one in March is like, okay, let me rethink what my work energy. It might be fuzzy. You might not necessarily like it because Mercury goes retrograde at 29 Pisces, which is conjunct a fixed star called Shiat, the negative energy of sorrow and suffering. But it's like, okay, where am I not happy around what I'm doing in the world, how people know me? And then Mercury goes direct conjunct Neptune. And so, am I really clear about this? Well, let me dream. Let me be creative. And then the second time is in your 2nd house. Let me get back. Let me believe in myself. 2nd house is also our self-confidence, our resources. Believe in yourself. And then the one in November is in your 6th house of this is what I need to do in order to live on the planet. Just the daily routine, the health, work, etc. Now, Jupiter and Neptune are in the rulership. Saturn is too, but Jupiter and Neptune, from Sagittarius to Pisces and Neptune. Pisces is in its rulership in Neptune. They are square 3 times this year. January, middle of January, June, and September. Jupiter and Neptune cares about the world of the spirit, the world of the spiritual, not of the physical, not of the material. So don't think of it as religious, even though it has connotations at, but it is of what we can't see, what we can't touch. Spirit, and also be inspired. And Jupiter in Sagittarius, all year until December. Opposite your sign is a good thing. Jupiter will be going retrograde in April, then direct in August. Those are the power months. But also remember, and Jupiter is where we can have opportunities, but opportunities that we think will always be there. So these are the opportunities to connect with other people. Now the square energy is between your workhouse, your career, or really the image that you want for yourself, what you want to accomplish on the planet, and how much connections or feeling that you need to be connected with somebody else, that somebody else can give you that spark, inspire you, right? Spirit, inspire you to, yes, I can do this. So pay attention to that. The flip side of this energy is not paying attention to something and then feeling in a fog about it, or I wasn't paying it. I was in a fog about it. I was not conscious of it. So there's a consciousness that goes with that, a meditative point. Now, the other energy that we have that's pretty intense, there's a lot of intensity this year, but Mars will be out of bounds in end of April through May through part of June. And Mars will be out of bounds from your sign in Gemini until Cancer, 17 degrees of Cancer in your money house. So Mars wants us to activate. You might find that end of April through May, you feel very, very strong. I'm going to do what I want to do. I need to do what I need to do. I have this idea and that idea, and all types of being all over the place, wanting to grasp life and put the energy into you. This is your time. You can't contribute to the world if you're not, first responsibility is to self and developing you. You have some strong influences about being able to do that this year. Chiron will spend most of the year, starts in end of Pisces, but most of the year in Aries, in your house of friendships. So you may find friends along the way that they might be a little bit strong, because it is in Aries, contentious at times, likes a good discussion. But choose your friends wisely, because with Chiron and Aries, it can be that which you get really close to can also, not all can hurt you. It's not about closing yourself off. It's about choosing wisely. And it also means that you can meet a group of people or individuals that they have done a lot of self-discovery work on themselves, healing work on themselves, and you join them in the self-discovery and healing time. So thanks again for tuning in, and have a beautiful new year.